if like I'm 22, like if I had a head coach that was 22, and let's say he just was an inspiring person in terms of like taking care of his health and like just competent at his job, I would respect the hell out of him more than like, let's say he was 35 and had control of his life. I would more so expect it.
Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, joined here by Jesiz. After your first loss of the season, how hard does it sting?
It doesn't sting at all, honestly. No, like last split we went 9-0, I believe, maybe even 10-0. I'm not sure. And at that time, like I was just anticipating, like sort of thinking about when are we going to lose, because it's really healthy to lose, I think, especially in the regular season, because when you get into playoffs, the chance of you not losing a game, you know, it's extremely small. So it's really healthy to get the experience of losing as early as possible. So yeah, honestly, I think it's just a super good learning experience for the guys. And the mistakes that we made in the game against Vitality, obviously they were the better team today. But I don't think the mistakes were like, you know, stuff that is unfixable or anything. It has nothing to do with our style or anything like that. So yeah, it's really fine.
Very, very chill about that. But like, what about the perfect season dream? I mean, G2 wants to live that dream, and you guys are like, oh, well, you take some losses, you take some wins.
No, I don't care about perfect. No one cares about the perfect split. Everyone only cares about whether you win the split or not. So yeah, no, I just want to win Spring Split so bad. And this loss is honestly, you know, a way to get there. I think if we were to win today and we were to keep winning, you know, I think I would honestly feel more anxious going into playoffs than I would if, let's say, we continue to win after this loss.
Because you've made that experience in summer.
Exactly.
So you got essentially promoted to head coach. And congratulations on that, of course. Have you been enjoying your new head coach role, and has it been a challenge for you?
So when I was a strategy coach, I was like, okay, coaching is easy, you know, just fucking chilling around and just doing my thing. And I was like, oh, head coaching, whatever. Maybe it's slightly harder, but whatever. And then I actually went into head coaching, and I was like, oh my God, I have to like do so many things. I have to be responsible for so many people and things. And also, you know, going into the split, I was like, to Misfits, I was telling them, honestly, I'm ready to just shoulder all the weight and all the responsibilities and just test my limits, sort of. Because at the time, I didn't know how hard it was going to be. Yeah, at the time, when I started head coaching in our boot camp, I was getting really stressed out, experiencing how head coaching is honestly maybe 3-4 times more stressful than being a player, and not even comparable to being a strategy coach. Strategy coach is just so easy and laid back. So it was just really overwhelming. I would say I'm getting a lot better at just handling all the pressure and delegating work and stuff. So yeah, head coaching it's more. It feels more rewarding because I have more responsibility, and yeah, that's kind of what I wanted. So it's.
What in particular was so immensely pressuring, or that was like 4 times more stressful?
Basically, all the responsibility. Like I have to take care of making sure the players feel good. I have to make sure that they aren't hungry. Basically, when we're going into practice, I have to make sure that they're ready for practice. All in all, I have to make sure that we're doing good in terms of strategy, what direction we're going, just manage like scrims, like talking to scrim partners, talk to my manager about like Riot, like stuff like this, and also delegate work to my staff, and just overall like 1,000 more responsibilities than I normally would as like a strategy coach. And obviously, I as a person, like I love this amount of responsibility, and I really pride myself on my strategical mind, obviously as an ex-player. So with at least in the beginning, with me trying to like, you know, handle all these new tasks from more like managerial point of view, or like more just like the head coach sort of stuff, like, you know, structure and communications and stuff like this, as well trying to like really be the best when it comes to strategy as well. It's such a difficult thing to be 100% at everything, and you really have to like be good at delegating and be really good at just not getting stressed out about like everything. So yeah.
You essentially sound like you're describing the job of a parent, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, it's like being, actually very similar. Because I would say parenting, I mean, you can obviously be a bad parent and not give a fuck about like whether your child becomes like some kid that just runs around and does drugs, right? Or you can care a lot about, the performance as well as like, all the things that go around, like job and everything, right? And it's similar to like my position where I really have to care a lot about the performance, but also health and like mind and the structure, and it's so much at the same time.
Did you personally learn some things about you as a person as well? Doing this?
Yes, not really. I mean, I learned a lot about myself in the off season. I'm not going to go into detail, but a lot of the things that I learned in the off season that I knew that like was some of my weaknesses and strengths. Kind of showed in our bootcamp as well for me. So it was just like, okay, actually this is relevant to my job as well. And I'm obviously working on it at the moment, like on a personal level, but it's really important that I do my best to either mask it professionally or just, work on my weaknesses as fast as possible, as best as I can.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure that at least SOAS, if not Gorilla and Febby as well, are older than you. Or at least like the same age group, but SOAS is a bit older. Is that like, was that ever an issue, like age in general? Because technically you look at, okay, Yamato is a bad example because like Yamato is younger than me.
He seems old.
Yeah. Like, I'm just standing next to him. I'm like, oh right, I'm older than you. That's weird. But like especially in Asia, for example, if you look at the head coaches, they're like 30 and stuff. So was that like ever an issue for you or the team or anything like that?
So when it comes to the Koreans, so obviously Pumandu, my assistant coach, and of course Gorilla as well, they're very used to this. Age matters a lot in terms of respect. But I think I would say they were both very open-minded and both showed me as much as respect as I could have hoped for. So that wasn't really a problem. And I think when it comes to my European players, I think even if, like, let's say Paul is older than me, I'd say all of them, like, it's refreshing, I'd say. Because I can imagine it from a player point of view. Like, if like I'm 22, like if I had a head coach that was 22, and let's say he just was an inspiring person in terms of like taking care of his health and like just competent at his job, I would respect the hell out of him more than like, let's say he was 35 and has control of his life. I would more so expect it. Whereas like I'm more relatable to the European players at least. And yeah, I don't think age is an issue. Like when it comes to maturity, I'd say I'm way above my age, especially when it comes like professionally. So yeah, I don't think age is an issue. Age is just a number.
Very nice one. I'll just let it stand like that. But yeah, so the aspirations for Misfits are to win the split. I mean, that's pretty fair to say. And then, of course, summer make Worlds and have another great run. What kind of, in your opinion, went wrong in summer last year that you now are actively looking at fixing or may have already fixed in like the off season?
I'd say last year was a lot about a mix of the mental preparation wasn't there, and then another mix of poor coaching, and that might be a bad way of saying it, but I think in terms of poor coaching, at least from my point of view, I always loved taking responsibility for my actions, and I felt like we just overcoached. I think we tried too hard and set the bar a little bit too high, and that doesn't work if everything else isn't in place. So it was just bad judgment on the coaching staff side, and yeah, compared to now, I think we have just overall a better setup, and we've learned from our experiences, and yeah, it's going to be a lot better for sure this year.
Learn from the mistakes. Good to hear that. Is there any misconception about that people have on like Reddit or Twitter or online in general about you that you would like to clear up? You can answer no to that, but this is your chance to clear it up right now.
So actually going into my new job with Misfits, obviously as a head coach, I can't be as chill, or like loose about how I act on social media. Obviously before, maybe it's like age-wise too, but I was really enjoying just throwing controversial opinions out there and just sitting there like clicking on mentions, waiting for all the hater comments, just really enjoying it, and then clicking block, and just enjoying that. But like I just don't have that space or energy in my mind anymore, and obviously along with the responsibility of being a coach, and I have to be more professional for the org as well, of course. It was just a time for me to just chill the fuck out and just not be a controversial dick on social media and just be, I don't know, like generally I'm not really a dick, in general. I'm a nice guy and I respect people, and of course I have my opinions and I can be very blunt, but the persona that I was projecting before isn't entirely me at all. It's just more like a lot of the tweets I was doing was very arrogant tweets almost. It's like, if you're smart, you're not gonna hate this comment. But if you're not smart, then you're gonna hate me for it. And I was just like, I enjoyed that, but I understand how that is, that's very arrogant and it's really not the way to go about it. So yeah, no, overall just chilling more.
Yeah, it's good to hear. It's good to hear if you've kind of chilled on that department. Of course, the dancing department has come out of the closet, and there are some amazing gifs of that. I've also seen the green screen footage now uploaded on the Misfits YouTube
I used
channel.
To dance a little bit actually. When I was younger, I mean, all the way from a very little kid, I was dancing to like Eminem songs like "Lose Yourself" and like just dancing around all the time. And then when I was like 12, I think, or 13, I did dancing for a bit as well, but the level of dance wasn't that high in my small city, so it wasn't something I pursued. But then I became a pro player instead, so that's great. But no, it's not like I'm not saying I'm a great dancer or anything. It's just I just really enjoy it. I've always enjoyed dancing, and yeah, when it comes to like photo shoots and video shoots and stuff, I've really learned to just love the camera almost and just really just let myself get loose and just chill out, and just not be like super, I have to stand like this and really, exactly, really just, I have to respect the camera. No, hell no. It's like, I want to look at the camera and be like, I want to fuck you, Oh, sorry. Not PG, not PG. My bad. No, but basically, like that's what I mean. Just chill out, and just enjoy the camera almost and just, yeah.
I think I can relate to that, and I can also feel it. You are always very chill in front of the camera, and more so than most people, I have to say. So good job there. Anything you want to say to the Misfits fans?
Yeah, I think just keep supporting us. Like I said, I think we are more of a late game team. Late game as in, how people say like marathon, like LEC is like a marathon and not a sprint. I'd say our roster consists more of like marathon players. So regardless of us actually exceeding expectations and doing well in the early split, I'd say just wait for playoffs.
Excited for that. Hashtag for all the people that watch until the end.
Hashtag go vegan.
I like that a lot. Fun fact, I did go vegetarian for a month for January to test it out and test out my own limits and stuff.
January? Vegetarian January?
Yeah, kind of thing. Just like, you're always supposed to test your own limits, in my opinion. And I did that. Very interesting month for me, for sure. I recommend it. It's a very good test. So hashtag go vegan. Thank you so much, Jesiz, for your time. And this was Darius from the Shotcaller. I hope you had a good day. See you guys then. Bye-bye. We'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Buchnevich, Etienne, Thomas Göttel, Dominik Bolze, Lazy Raven, Erich Althaus, and Macic for your support, and of course all the other people whose names you see scrolling past you on the screen right now. Without you, our work wouldn't be possible. Thank you.